second part of Yolanda's live birthday history. This is Yolanda here, turning 14 on Friday. Isn't she beautiful? She's absolutely stunning. So yes, unfortunately our connection isn't very good today, but I will turn you around so that you can look more at the beautiful girl herself. There we go. There she is. So we'll give it a few minutes again, just to wait for people to rejoin us. And then I'll pick up where we left off if somebody wants to let me know what you heard up to. Can I be a pain? Can I get my coffee from someone? I don't want to walk in the barn. I think it's over here. Thank you. So we'll give it a minute. Oh, hi Diane. We've got Diane online and we've got Diane in there as well. Sat next to Jodie and Frey. And then Lisa's in there somewhere. Hi Ruth, hi Lorna, hi Karen, hi Jane, hi Kim, hi Nancy. Where were we up to? Heard up to Chris shoeing. Okay. I'm just having a glug of coffee. Can't believe I have to stand out in the rain. It's kind of rubbish, isn't it, yo? Yeah? This is one time that you'd rather be in the stable. But she's out of fat camp at the moment, which is quite nice for her. Is it not? What's that falling from the sky then? Jodie's waterproof. Hi, Tanisha. Okay, so Chris did a lot of work over the first couple of years to do some corrective shoeing because her chest was really narrow and her little legs turned out at right angles to the outside. So he managed to get her left leg turning a lot straighter, and this is where I almost need to demonstrate it, isn't it? And her right leg always turned out that little bit more, but as she was growing older, her chest started to broaden. And as her chest broadened, her legs were beginning... Is that you, Lisa, or her? Lisa, honestly. So yeah, as I say, as her chest broadened, let me show you. Now just don't walk out, my darling. Don't walk out. Let me see. So if you look, and she's standing quite nicely now, but do you see how this leg turns at that angle? And what ended up happening is that this shoulder grew bigger than the other shoulder. So it's why we call her Wonky Yo. And for many years in her early days, I thought, well, I'm never going to be able to do anything with you. I'm not going to be able to back you because you look really lame. And it wasn't until, I can't even remember which vet it was I was talking to. Sorry, she's looking at Annie. Annie wants to come in now. Annie, it's your birthday on Friday and we're celebrating that tomorrow. Okay? She said, I want to celebrate now. I know she's got a cake. You've got a bowl of treats. And Annie, you'll get... Annie, don't eat Teddy Bear's plant. That's really rude. Okay. She does look beautiful in... It's actually red, but it probably does come across as a little bit pink because her colours are red. Sorry, I've just seen that, Kim. I think Yolanda prefers the term large-boned. Yes, she is large-boned. She's a larger lady, but she's got some of the cleanest Friesian legs I've ever seen. They are very dry and clean and not puffy like some Friesians' legs get. So they might not be straight, Yolanda, but they are very clean. I'm losing track now. Where did I get up to? Okay, so I didn't feel that I could back her for a long time because she looked so wonky and uneven, and I thought, well, she's a horse that's lame, so you can't back her. And it was, and again, I can't remember who it was, but a vet, a physio, somebody said to me, well, she's not actually lame because she's in pain. She's mechanically lame just because the one shoulder's bigger than the other. So anyway, I thought, well, let's see what I can do to to help her feel as comfortable as possible and try and move her body around in a way so that she can go out and do a little bit. Oh, did we have a weird one? We must remember that our channel is for nice people who love animals, who have nice things to say. Isn't that right, Yodel? So for anybody who's not joined before, we're just going over a little bit of a life history on Jolanda, who turns 14 on Friday. So she was actually born here at the farm, in our big stable, in the main barn. And she's been here ever since. I think she was probably 6 by the time I backed her. And she was very, very straightforward, very easy, but she was very weak. So because she had such long legs, am I boring you, darling? Eh? I know, I don't half waffle. So because she had such long legs, she almost didn't know where to put them a lot of the time. And this is where, you know, as you go through life, you live and you learn. And I wish I'd known more about the groundwork back then, because I could have helped her learn how to move her body and where her legs were and what she was doing with them, and built up her strength that way rather than just getting on her back. Good afternoon, Tara. Good afternoon, Hanan and Horses for Life, and anybody else that I've missed. Yodel, is Lisa not scratching enough? You know, honestly, you're slaving there. Where is she? Oh, it's her stomach, but only via her mouth. That's her favourite spot, isn't it, Yodel? She can eat for England. So yes, backed her. Really, she's, you know, tried a bit of schooling with her, but because of the way she's built, you know, she never found it easy. She went to Mel's a lot over the years, our trainer. But she took part, when we did the experience days, she took part in those. And if we ever had anybody who wasn't particularly confident, although she's our biggest Friesian, you could trust her with your life. She never, even when I first backed her, she never felt dangerous, unsafe, or like she was going to do anything silly. But anybody hopping on her had to have really good hips. And I can't remember, Lisa, you rode her, didn't you? Or you sat on her? You had a sit on her. Yeah. And she's not an easy horse to ride because she really stretches your hips.
Yeah.
Did you not feel that? You see, you've got nice supple hips then.
I've been riding. I'd already ridden that weekend. I did a...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you did. So, yeah, you'd loosen them up. Yeah. But she's got a beautiful, strong back on her. She's very broad. But as I say, anybody could sit on her and she would look after them. But as you know, we don't offer riding anymore because it you know, for lots of different reasons I won't go into today on this live. But she's been down to the beach. We took her to Craven, didn't we? That's right. I remember that, Andrea. And we've had a number of people over the years who've come on, whether it's our Meet the Horses or Yard experience, just to have a sit on her. She does look beautiful in her red head collar. Yeah, she is. She is. So sorry, I've gone a little bit off track, but she's one of 5 daughters of Femma. So Renska is her auntie. So Ineke van der Groenebank is her older sister. Unfortunately, she lost her 2 sisters before that, Vela and Ishka, who we lost far too young. And then she's got Zhao, who's her younger sister. And I remember when she was little, Femma wasn't so great the one time when she was out in the field with her, and Renska always looked after her. It's why she was called Auntie Ren. So when Fem couldn't keep up with her and they were all running around everywhere, Renska would always take Yodel to one side and make sure that she was looked after. She says, I'm happy now because I've got scratches from both sides. I've got Frey scratches and Lisa scratches. You can have your cake in a bit, darling, when I stop waffling about you. The other thing... The other thing that was memorable in her younger days when I backed her, going back to her having very wobbly legs. Oh, there's your Uncle Hidda as well. Uncle Hidda's now come round to say hello. Hidda, it's not your birthday until July. Oh, you do love your Uncle Hidda, don't you? Yeah? Let's see if I can get you both in. Can I get you both in? There. Hidda has looked after Jolanda a lot over the years. But yes, one of the quite memorable things that did happen with Jolanda, going back to her having very wobbly legs. I remember one time I had a visitor here who was doing a ride and drive day with me. And I think Jodie, you'd taken her out riding, hadn't you? You'd taken the lady out riding, and I took Jolanda into the arena while you were out. And I still don't quite know what happened to this day, but you came back and found her in the stable with somebody else. I think I'd untacked her, but basically what had happened, I'd taken her into the arena while Jodie was out hacking with our visitor. And I remember thinking something had scared her at the side of the arena and she wasn't keeping her legs. And I just remember thinking, she's going down and I need to move out of the way. And that's basically all I remember. But apparently I got off her, untacked her, put her in a stable with another horse, which at that time we never did that sort of thing, did we? And I took myself off to bed. And you came back to the yard. I was nowhere to be seen, and I was supposed to be taking this lady out driving that afternoon. And it was only because Mum came into my bedroom and found me delirious in bed that it was like, okay, I think we need an ambulance. But, you know, it wasn't Yolanda's fault. She'd lost her footing, and I wasn't good enough at moving out of the way as she fell over. And I think she must have rolled over me. And she's quite a big horse to roll over you. So, yes, I did have a little bit of a concussion. But as I say, you know, it was nothing to do with her being bad or naughty. And, you know, if, again, going back to the groundwork, I would do things very differently now. And anybody watching who has horses, I would strongly encourage you to do an awful lot of groundwork to build up their strength before you even think about getting on their backs. Because so often horses tolerate people jumping on them when they don't actually have the strength themselves to carry their own bodies, let alone somebody on top of them as well. Anyway, that was just one of the memorable events. As for who she is, Jolanda, she's known as a bit of a man-eater, not because she's a man-eater for humans, because she loves humans, she loves people, not a bad bone in her body. She doesn't do boys, though. Unless it's Hidda or Hoitza, who are the only two that she respects, yeah, they give her a wide berth. In fact, I think most of them look at her and just give her the side eye. And like, no, she doesn't like Prince, does she? Or Jubbers. But little men. You don't do little men, I like that. Thank you, Diane, for reminding everybody to hit the like button. Jolanda deserves lots of red hearts on the screen, doesn't she? Especially given that her colour is red. Thank you. Oh, look, Yodel, there's lots of little red hearts coming on the screen now. Can you see them? Let's turn it round so you can see them. Yodel, she says, I don't want to look. Look, lots of little red hearts coming up on the screen, especially for you. So as for Yodel these days, she most of the time, she lives down with all the girls in the field, and she's the boss of all the ladies. So if you've seen some of our live feed times during the winter, we go down there and Yodel is always the first to have her breakfast. None of the girls mess with her. Although occasionally, very occasionally, Mabel would, wouldn't she? Or Nika, her sister. So if Yodel was feeling a little bit off colour that day, then her sister Nika would step in and be the boss.
Or Annie when she was very occasionally.
Yeah, and Annie's just not confrontational anymore when it comes to the others. She just takes herself off, doesn't she? Oh, look, there's all the birthday wishes coming for you, Yodel. Should we get you your birthday bowl? Eh? I'll just tell you a little bit more. In fact, shall I do that while she's eating her birthday bowl? Diane, do you want to bring her birthday bowl round? So she's got treats, apples, some cow parsley. I don't know, I've got my winter coat on now. Oh, Yodel. So bananas, cow parsley, apples, treats. So thank you to everybody who's donated these for all the boys and girls. For those that don't know, we have a wish list for the horses, where you can go on there and get anything off there that all supports their day-to-day care. I think we probably should be singing happy birthday to her as well. Should we get everyone out here? I'm going to be mean and make everyone come out here. And I think all of you online should be joining in with a little happy birthday song. The worst thing is I'm nearest to the camera, so it'll pick me up. Okay, Lisa, come forward.
Oh, Lisa.
Lisa, you can't hide at the back.
She's just answering a question.
Okay, come on, Lisa, get in the picture as well. I'm so mean. So while you're eating your birthday treats, okay.
Banana dribble.
So after 3, and I want everybody, I know we can't hear you online, but I want you all to sing happy birthday on 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Yolanda. Happy birthday to you. Oh my goodness, I'm so out of tune. Woohoo! Well done, Yodel. Thank you, everybody who sang along. Can you imagine if we could have got everybody on here and heard everybody singing?
We can imagine it.
We can imagine it.
It'd be more tuneful.
Yeah, no, I'm not a tuneful singer. We needed Bailey for that, but yeah, he's AWOL at the moment. So, so what?
She's dribbled banana.
So, if any of you on here have any particular favourite moments that you've seen Yolanda, I know we don't share a massive amount of her online, and we do need to share more. But if any of you have seen her in particular and have a bit of a soft spot, then do put your comments up on here, and say what it is about her that you love. She is at the moment, going back to what I was saying about how she spends her life now, we've moved her away from all the girls purely because she had to go into fat camp. As you know, 2 of our not quite so tubby ones, although Ren is quite voluptuous, Nika is quite sleek and slender, they have ended up with laminitis, and we were very conscious that Yolanda and her sister Zhao were rather on the larger side, and it's not very good for their health. So they have been up in fat camp, up on the hill over there. But because Mabel is also in fat camp, and I know it's not a politically correct thing to say, but we'll say it anyway. A health farm, health and wellness centre. Yeah. So Jolanda has actually gone in with Hoitzer and Jubbers recently. So Hoitzer has been bossing her around a little bit, because he can do that. Oh, you see, you're getting looked after there. You see, you should have had a winter coat on earlier. But it's really nice to see her in with Hoitzer, because Hoitzer's original wifey, we like to say, was her mum Femma. And Femma was Hoitzer's very best friend, and he was truly heartbroken when she left us. And she was the only big person friend that he would tolerate, which is why he lives most of his life with little Mr. Jubbers, because Jubbers isn't intimidated by him. But Jolanda has been great in with Hoitzer. So when Jubbers was in stable stays last week, Jolanda went in to keep Hoitzy company, and she's just stayed up there, and she's actually been quite tolerant of Jubbers. You've seen Jubbers, haven't you, Frey, go and tuck into her breakfast, which she wouldn't generally share with anybody, but I think Hoitzer's educated her a little bit about being nice to the little people. I like that, Linda. She's gone to the spa. She's on a permanent spa. So this is probably the most food that she's had in one go.
It smells amazing though, because it's got the meadow, the minty
Oh,
meadow.
the Thunderbrooks minty treats. Yeah, which again, you know, so many of you have donated off the wish list.
These things.
Yes, those things. She's still got some cleaves in there,
These
some
smell good as
3 bananas. I didn't put oranges in because I gave her Hoitzer and Jubbers oranges yesterday, and she wasn't so fussed about them. But she does like her nanas. So what else haven't I told everybody about Yodel? Jodie, have you got any particular memories of Yodel?
I always just think back to beach rides, where she would get so impatient.
Oh, she would, wouldn't she?
Stamping the food. But again, she was so safe and so like that.
Oh yeah, she'd always throw her front legs out, wouldn't she?
Yeah, and trying to mount a bit of bench, she just didn't want them to go.
And then she couldn't go.
No, exactly. She just, she was always so good down there.
Has she ever been out on the beach walking as opposed to beach rides?
She hasn't. I think she'd be fine. I think she can just be sometimes intimidating from the ground because she's so big.
Yeah.
And when she gets to the beach, she stands so proud and so tall. But maybe, yeah, because we do have some spaces left on our first beach walking day, don't we, Frey?
I might take her.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, no, she would thoroughly enjoy it, I'm sure. And she's not the sort of horse who would just run off, is she?
No, she just toddled on.
Have a nice
She did all the
The colour of her must just look stunning against the sand though.
Yeah. She's such a big, imposing horse, aren't you? And, you know, going back to the reason that I bred her in the first place was my plan was, with her being a low kinship percentage, that she'd make a really good breeding mare. As I say, that was in the days before the sanctuary. And, you know, it has popped into my mind a couple of times over the years, you know, Femma and her bloodline. You know, once they're all gone, that's the end of it. And, you know, if I was going to breed with one, you know, with her having such a low kinship percentage, it would have been her. But you're 14 now, and we've got enough to look after. And as I've said, you know, we do need to look after the ones that are here now. And it would probably be breeding for all the wrong reasons.
What's the optimum age for breeding?
I think if they haven't started before 12, then you're pushing your luck.
So sort of 3 till 12? Or 4
Yeah,
till 12?
yeah. Or that's what it used to be when I was more in the breeding world, but I'm not now.
Foal at 3, but it was felt too young.
Oh, Annie's coming back round. Annie, did you want to come and say hello? But you have to be nice to Jolanda because it's her birthday. Oh, no, Yodel's pulling faces. Okay, Annie, you have to vacate the area, darling. Yes, we have to evacuate. It's your birthday celebration tomorrow, and we're going to try and go on a hack tomorrow, although I'm not quite sure if that will work because it's a race day in the village. She's Jodie, give me loving. I've heard that there's food over here.
I'm trying to hide.
I know, Yodel, it's all about you. It's not about Anya today. It's not fair, is it? It's not fair. Look, I'll stand between you. There you go, Annie. Annie, you stay there. Anyway, anything else anybody would like to add about Jolanda? Frey, anything you want to add about her? Annie, you have to go away, darling. You have to go away. So yeah, these days Lisa takes her out for walks. I'll do a bit of groundwork with her occasionally. Jodie, have you done some groundwork with her?
I've done bits with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I took her out the other day and she's really good. So she just enjoys going out and doing different things. And
Yeah.
she's got a few exercises that she needs to do.
Yeah, so good. So it's good for her to do the shoulder exercises. That helps keep those shoulders a little bit looser. And it does make a difference when she does the exercises before she goes out. Are you giving Annie a chair to sit in? Annie, you can look. You can sit down in the chair now. It's not about you. She says it's always about me. I'm Queen Annie. Look, she'll want to stay in here all day. You see, this is the reason why they all love coming in the friendship barn, just because they get so much attention. Jodie, oh, look. She says, no, it's got Jolanda dribble on it. I don't want Yolanda's leftovers. Oh, Yodel. Hi, Paul. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Patricia. Hello to anybody else that I haven't seen you on here. So, yeah, I think that kind of rounds it up. I haven't looked at my notes once, so I don't know whether I've missed anything. I made all these notes and then didn't even look at them.
On with all her sisters.
She does get on with her sisters. Yeah. I don't know whether you've got a favourite. Do you have a favourite, Yodel? What do you think, Frey?
Special Nika out of the...
She does love Spesh.
She does, I'd say Spesh.
Yeah. So she spends a lot of time with Spesh, but obviously she's in the next door field at the moment, so they can chat to each other over the wall. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Bessie. You love the barricade. I know. Annie's saying, Jodie, can you scratch my head now? That's it. I just needed neck scratches. But it would be I was just thinking it would be very interesting. We've got this week, Nero is having a Hofmag session with Mel, which is the PEMF. And it's going to be really interesting to see how he responds to that. But I do wonder whether that would be of real benefit to Yodel. I think it would be of benefit to all of them, but I think we need to get a few sessions under our belt with Nero before we look at doing more. We've obviously got Jenny, our physio, and Rachel, our cranial lady, that give them some extra help with their wellness. But certainly the PEMF would be a fabulous thing to try. And as I say, we're doing that this week. Anyway, I think that probably wraps us up. Unless there's anything else. Annie, you don't want to say anything about Yodel because you're not a big fan, are you? No. You two actually really don't like each other. No. Anyway, thank you to everybody who's joined us for today's birthday live. Just a little reminder, Quilting Queen over here has of course made that very beautiful quilt to celebrate Anya's birthday. Jolanda, you got one last year. So tickets are still available on our website, and we'll find out tomorrow evening after we've done the Anya birthday live and life history who the lucky winner is of that stunning peacock coloured quilt that Diane has very kindly made as the last of the coloured quilts.
The coloured ones, and I think we're moving into picture ones.
Oh, exciting. Wonder who it's... Well, of course, picture ones. We've got the bear one that's still up and running.
Up until the 9th of July. And then you and I, Tracy, have still got to discuss it, but I think it might be a Nero picture, dependent on the pictures that.
Yeah, but you might have to do 100 of them, Diane, because people will be fighting over them, you know?
Okay. It'll take me my lifetime. But it depends on Sandy's pictures, really, doesn't it?
Yes,
So,
yeah. We'll
but,
see what Sandy comes up with.
Everybody's got their favourites, so eventually there will be all 15.
Yeah.
But you have Anya's, so I probably won't do another picture.
No,
Anya,
that's
because
fair
special
enough.
to you, but
Yeah.
I will do the 14 others, and then we can always decide if we want a jumper's picture.
Oh, a jumpers one. That would be really cool. That would be really cool.
And there's
Anyway,
creamsicles.
so of course, get your tickets bought on the website. Frey, it looks like, is probably putting the link in now. If not, then you can go to the description of the video or our main description on the channel, or just head to the website, and it's under events, I believe. Is that right, Frey?
Yeah, what's happening events.
What's happening events. And hopefully, sorry?
I'm just about to pop it in now if it'll let me.
Okay. I won't end the live until you've popped it in, just so that There you go. There's the link if you'd like to buy tickets for that raffle. And then and then it would be really lovely if any of you want to join Anya and me, hopefully for a hack, but we might be back in the Friendship Barn tomorrow at 6 o'clock, and I'll tell you more about her history. And we'll do that raffle live on the channel. So thank you again, everybody, for joining, and we'll end with saying another huge big happy birthday to the gorgeous Jolanda, who turns 14 on Friday.